when we are not listening to our authority. We talked about it on the show, about our authority within. We are when we don't listen, we are disregarding, disallowing the divine. Who you are and how you feel inside, and when we don't agree with it, we are disregarding the divine spirit. We're disregarding our authority and giving it over to someone else and living a life that's not even ours and it's not even real. But we make it real from our energy. We make it real. We make something that's false real. Happy to be back. So happy, so happy. How are you all?
We are so happy you're back. Yes. Hold on. Let me get my belt because
yes.
I'm bringing this belt for you. I'm bringing this belt for us being back. I am bringing the belt also for Am. Am, this is for you.
Yes.
I promise that I will be ringing the bell for you on a live. So here I am ringing the bell. So many amazing things that are happening in our community. So many things, and I am true to my promise, and I'm true to everything. I hear this out. If you're not hearing it, we're partying. That's my neighbor upstairs doing her jam, doing their jam. That's how they vibrating today. This, she's a realtor, so she sells houses this way. It's the high vibe for me. Queen, how are you feeling today?
I am absolutely amazing. Going through the girl thing, woo, moon cycle, woo, woo, woo. That's all I gotta say about that, right? Really just feeling grateful to be alive and grateful to have another opportunity to have leveling up, something to learn about myself and other people, which is myself, because we're all one. So it's just really wonderful, and also face my fears, because there's some things. The moon cycle, I've learned, the guys have shared with me that it's such an amazing opportunity to do shadow work and see yourself and to see others, because you're going through all that stuff. You girls, I'm talking about the queens and goddesses out there. But I've switched it because there was a point that I hated my moon cycle, and now I had a little bit of fear this time as well too, because I didn't want to experience what I experienced last time, but I've grown just within these 3 or 4 days, just grown so much, and just so open and just so ready to receive all of the stuff that's been given to me through having my moon cycle. So to answer your question, I'm doing great.
It's a great time. It's funny because I think a lot of us women do that. Like, we don't appreciate our moon cycle for what it is. And I had that myself. Like, I used to do that myself, but after my spiritual awakening, I tapped into a different energy, and I was like, okay, well, shoot. No wonder why my body was always breaking me down on my period, on my moon cycle. Like, it definitely is. So I'm glad that you said that you share what the guys share with you about, doing some shadow work through your moon cycle, because it definitely is that. It's one of the time. It's one of the best times, and we don't understand it. So if you don't understand it, and if you want to get more deeper into the moon cycle, and you really want more, put that in the chat, because we'll make that into a video. We have so many surprises for you today. So many. I don't think we had many surprises. So one, we're here with Willow, first episode that she's been with us for the new year 2022. right? It's like, what? Oh, I know that's a celebration on its own. You know, first episode that we've been together. We haven't recorded for a while. We haven't been live for a while, respecting our body, respecting our boundaries, respecting everything that is going on in our life, because it's definitely necessary to do so. Because when you do so, you give the wisdom and the power that you have inside of you to come out and be brighter and be amazing. And this is why we're doing this particular episode today. So today we're gonna dig real deep into Willow, her experience. Hey, I just rang the bell for you, boo. You know, we're gonna dig deep because surprises are coming, and they're gonna come in, and they're gonna come, you know, a little. They're gonna sneak in here. Before we go to Willow, I just want to shout out to the Women United Project, because that is what. We're gonna tag them in there. We're gonna put that in the chat so you can check it out. So you can see what we're talking about. If you're into NFT, this is one of the first project. First, I'm super proud because it's a women's project. Two, it is the vibe for me. Three, there's so much to be grateful for this project. This project is opening up the door to so many of us that are going to get into the NFT world, that are in the NFT world now that we have NFT. It's just mind-blowing. So we're going to put that in there because our sisters from around the world are getting together to do bigger things and bigger things together, and coming to bigger and bigger things. You know, we gave you that heads up that we are that tribe that brings it together, and we hang out with the right people, boo. Willow, my first question of the day is, how are you feeling today, and how was the transition from the first? So walk us to the last day, if you can remember the last day that you were in the show. Walk us through it, and then we'll flow. I know, deep.
Oh, that's deep. That is really deep. The last day, wow, the last day we were in the show, I was in a strange place, and I don't think I shared this with you all. And we talk a lot. The last day I was in a really weird place. I felt like I felt a little displaced, and I think that's why I was calling myself a nomad. But I really didn't see the the spirit, the deep spirit behind why I was saying I was a nomad, because it actually, we all know what a nomad is, and that's not a bad thing. But it was saying something that was deeper in my mind, and I felt displaced. I didn't feel like I had my feet planted, and I was kind of fearing what was going on, you know, even though I was telling myself the whole time, I'm all right, I'm all right. You know, when we talked about that a while ago on the show, how we say, I'm all right. And it's actually an underlining of other things going on. So that preluded, my healing journey that I went through. And I actually got to see when I was introduced to my healing journey. Yeah, so it was something. And then it took about I slid right into it. It came on me in one day. I completely, totally was thrown into silence. So I affectionately call it, I I was placed in the silent room, and boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, it was a journey. But I was happy to be there. I was happy to be placed in a place where I could not be heard, where I could not use my voice. I totally lost my voice. And I couldn't even speak to others in any other fashion because it hurt if I did. It I only felt peace and calm and serenity when I did nothing. Have you ever thought about the peace and serenity of not doing anything at all and totally being zoned on you? And I realized going through this healing journey, that's the first time I ever experienced silence. Now, I've been meditating all my life. It's what we do as Muslims, you know. But we learn as we're going on our journey what meditation truly is. And I have to tell you all that those 10 days was the first time that I've ever been silent. And now I truly appreciate silence. And knowing that it's all right not to have something to say. It's all right for me not to have something to say. I was trapped. I was really trapped in a world where I thought I always had to have something to say. It better sound good. People are listening to you, watching you, and if you don't get like, woo 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 woo, yes, say it again, you're this, you're that, oh, you're beautiful. If you don't get that type of validation, I was done. I was through. I felt like I shucks, you're 53 years old. What type of person are you? And I didn't realize I was taking myself through that. But I always felt like I had to have an answer to every question, an opinion for everyone else's opinion. And then check this out, how freaking crazy this was. I also felt like I had to make everyone in some way agree with me. And has anybody ever visited that world where you tried to make everybody agree with you? You know that's impossible. There is no day in this world that anybody and everybody on this planet will agree with you at the same time. So how freaking crazy was that I was doing it, you know? And I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I thought I was being giving my opinions. I thought I was, oh my goodness. The other thing is, it wasn't just in giving my opinions. I was stuck on wanting to be right too. I wanted to be right in my craziness. Oh my goodness. And all this and more, because there's more, I didn't learn until I was thrown into silence. And I have to tell you all, my body literally hurt if I tried to communicate in any way. There was one day, I think it may have been on day 5, I was missing people. And I had asked my guides, and I asked the divine, could I please, just for one moment, speak to Yesenia? Because he gave me a beautiful message. And I was like, may I please humbly have the permission just to send a loving message with my voice to Yesenia? They said, all right, you got 30 seconds. So I hurried up and was like, Yesenia, and I'm talking to her. I talked to her. I said, I got permission just to talk to you for a moment. I just want to tell you I love you so much and I miss you. And she sent me such a beautiful and loving message. Oh, and please, may I take a segue for a second? I want to thank everyone out there who sent loving, beautiful, healing messages to me and sent such beautiful, wonderful love, light, and positivity and healing. Thank you so, so much. With all of them, because yeah, just like when I read Yesenia's message, I will see it for all of you every day. That was awesome and amazing, and that gave me my communication from the outside world, and I only was able to see them when I was permitted to see it, because other than that, the only time that even being with the internet, because I had to shut it down because I can actually feel it. It was too much. I was only allowed to go to yoga, Y4M yoga every day. The only time for this whole time I felt no pain. Seriously. I could breathe. I could speak. I could, but not fully, but I could breathe. I could speak. I could move. I felt no pain, no nothing. Everything was open. I was, because the spirit told me that the only thing that you're allowed to do was to go to Y4M yoga and do your other practices. Other than that, lay down and be silent. And people ask me to this day, what did you take? You know, what medicine that the doctors gave you? The doctor literally told me that there's nothing that we can give you. You're too far in. You just have to ride this out, but you're strong enough to do that. And I don't know how many people that they've said this to, you're strong enough to ride this out. I think that was the spirit having her give me that message in the hospital. There's nothing that we can do. You're too far gone in this, but you're strong enough to ride it out. That's all they told me in the hospital. And I was like, all right, all right. And I went home and just, next thing I know, the next day, I had no voice. And it began. So, wow, yeah. Wow, I said a lot. Don't have any questions before I keep going.
I do. I do. I put it in the chat, but I want to say it as well too. You haven't shared with everyone what you had. You just said you went on a journey. So what did you have? Because you said the doctor said this, and they might have not have said it to everyone, but we don't know what you had. Boo, share it.
Oh, well, I contracted COVID SARS-2. There's another name for it, but it's actually the new strand of COVID that's out there hitting. So, and I'm happy you told me to actually say what I had, because I want to preface this to everyone. Please stay clean, and I mean that with the utmost. Like our mothers just tell us all the time when we go out, make sure you're washing your hands. Make sure that you are spraying yourself down. In Colombia, I realized in the United States, people aren't doing this. Oh my goodness! But in other countries, we are spraying ourselves down front and back when we come in. The bottoms of our shoes, the things we're wearing, we take them off. We instantly wash them or spray them down, and everything that we bring inside of our homes, our packages, we spray them down. They stay outside until we get to bring them inside, and then we put them away. So just keep up with doing that and protecting yourselves and your family. And this is whether you have the vaccination or not. All right. So please, I just wanted to say that as well. But yes, that's what I had. I had COVID SARS-2. You guys have any other questions before I go on? Because there's something that I did want to say about this, like in a part of being overly concerned with the opinions of others, to talk about that. Like living your life by another person's opinion, you know, and even so deeply that your opinion actually belongs to someone else. Do you really know, my sisters, who you are, what you like, what you feel inside, Are the opinions that you give every day and you fight for to be right about, are they really yours? I implore everyone to, because I had to do this, go back, do some shadow work. Ask yourself about the last opinion that you gave, either to your neighbor, your sister, on the phone, online, whatever the opinion was that you remember, because it's the most easy one to remember. Go back and find out where that opinion started in your life. And then you have to look at everything around you, where you were, who you were with, how it made you feel, and why you have that opinion that you have today. And is it really valid? Is it yours? If it's yours, go for it. Keep it, fight for it. All right. You know what I'm saying? Because an opinion is no proof of truth, but it's yours, and it's who you are. It's your truth. But find out if it really belongs to you. I found out that there were a lot of things that I was saying and had an opinion about that belonged to other people. I was fighting other people's battles of how they thought, and I didn't, and it wasn't my own. And I was like, oh my God, I don't agree with that. After I went through the shadow work, after I went in and I saw where some of them began, and I was like, I really don't believe that. I really don't believe that, but I've been fighting for that. And that's when it took me in a little bit deeper. The other thing that we don't think about when we are not listening to our authority, we talked about it on the show, about our authority within. When we don't listen, we are disregarding, disallowing the divine. Who you are and how you feel inside, and when we don't agree with it, we are disregarding the divine spirit. We're disregarding our authority and giving it over to someone else and living a life that's not even ours and it's not even real. But we make it real from our energy. We make it real. We make something that's false real, and we live by it. So can you imagine, just with that thought right now, how many years that we have lived, how many decades we've lived not truly ourselves, not truly who the Almighty Creator made us to be. So after I went through the first part, and it's not over. It's not over. I'm just clear. I could breathe. And I can breathe like a breath of fresh air. And I'm having fun learning about what I truly think. I'm literally right now experiencing life. I'll sit here and look out the window and I'll just think about things and experience life of, how does Angela really feel about this? Who is she? And I love it. Now I don't have to be thrown into the silent realm. I visit it every day. I visit it every day because I love feeling who I am. And she's awesome. Oh my goodness. She is awesome. And not having the fear to not have nothing to say. So, that being said, because that's part one, I have nothing else to say. I'm complete right now. And I have everything to answer when you ask me the question. So I'm quiet.
What? I'm sorry. Hold on. That was a segment. Queen, what? I'm sorry. We're going to need a second here to breathe. So if you were here from the beginning or not, please, let's have a moment to breathe. Let's go into the silent round together, because now we have expert of that round. I'm so excited. One, I want to honor you, Willow, for actually listening and actually going through the process, because sometimes when we get a news or something like that it really gets our body, our mind, it's panicking, it's unsettling, it's why me, how did it happen, who did I get next to, all of this goes through our mind. And I can say this because I also went through this. My whole entire family went through this. So I'm not speaking just because, I saw my family and, this is it. No, I experienced it for myself. And I experienced it with my husband being hospitalized for 7 days. So I have a little to say about that as well. So I want to honor you for that. I want to honor you for listening to the voices that were giving you the instructions of like, honey, all you got to do is go back home, drink some water. I'm sure they gave you like a regimens and stuff like that, and you went and you listened to it. Not only did you listen to that, but you listened to your internal message, your internal map, your internal guide, your divine you, the divine you that always speaks to you and through you, that you were able to listen to that and you were able to tap into that energy that you thought you knew. And now you actually really know who that person is. Like before, you thought you knew that voice. Now that you're sitting in the silent realm with that voice, you're like, oh, okay, hold on. So who was I talking to all this time? I'm sorry. What? Who the heck was I talking to all this time? Come clean right now. So you also can have that was me. That's me. That was me. Who the heck was I talking to all this time? When I did my shadow work and I was like, wait, hold on. I need a lot of seconds. Time is an illusion. It doesn't exist. But I'm gonna need like somebody. Dr. Strange, please come to the rescue and stop this. I'm gonna need assistance, please. So I want to honor you for that. I know, you know, making jokes and whatever, but you know, at the time when we were going through it, and I know if you weren't here, if you were here, we're going to share a little bit. We didn't really say much. All we said was Angela's on sabbatical, right? Angela's on sabbatical. We want to honor that because we want to honor our sister to whatever she's going through. You know, my guys are giving me instructions of how to handle. Not only did they give me instructions at the time, but before Angela left my house. So because of, you know, we were together for a while, they gave me so many instructions, and I gave the instructions, I passed the instructions along the way. But again, Ange was going through her own path, right? Ange was going through, it's like, girl, I'm listening to, and you're giving me too much. And, you know, it's a lot. So for me, it was a lot. So I was like, okay, well, the guys are like, okay, boo, we got this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's gonna be okay. So just like Ange was getting her voices and everything was the instructions. Dee was getting instructions herself. I was getting instruction myself, and the three of us, we are the Trinity, right? So not only do we do it for you live here, but we also do it on the back office in what we call the moment with our guides. I call it a back office moment. Like for me, I'm gonna need a lot of moments right now. Because it comes really a lot. So we want to thank you for being here. We want to thank you for always showing up for yourself. We want to thank you for letting the divine you speak to you and through you every single moment, whether you're speaking to a homeless person, whether you're speaking to a rich person, whether you're speaking to a teenager, an older person, whoever. You don't know what energy is flowing through that person. That's very important to know as well. Halima, welcome. You are amazing. We will reach out to you, my love, so that we can get you on the show. We can get you here on the panel. We would love to have you. We would love to have you all the time. So we're gonna plan that. Tanya, my love, you know how much we love you, how much we love your energy. You are amazing. Congratulations on your NFT snags, because that's something, huh? Yeah, it's just been and let's make one more announcement before we go to Dee. Dee, do you want to make the announcement? Where are we going to be starting next week? Hit it.
I love how she says hit it. First of all, I want to say what's up, everyone watching us live. And we know that we've been MIA, but like both of the queens, goddesses have said, okay, we've been working through some stuff, okay? And guess what? Not only just for us, but for you too, because remember, we are the Trinity, but we are all a collective tribe together. And when we level up, you level up, because we share, you know, our stuff with you. We share the secrets with you, you know, where it's not a secret, because we want all of us to excel, you know. We want that. So, okay, so drum roll. Okay, watch out, guys. I'm so excited. Are you ready? I don't think I should tell you yet. Okay, let's talk about something else. Do you like that? I will tell you. Okay, so the feminine flame, we are. Okay, wait, I'm about to cry. Okay, I'm trying not to be so excited and break the computer, because you know, anytime we get too excited, one of us goes into a portal. So I'm trying to breathe it out.
We're gonna do like Master this morning. Breathe.
Guys, we did an NFT meditation this morning. It was fire. Okay, so you guys need to hook up with the community that we're with, because it's a spiritual community, and we talk about NFTs, and it's the harmony balance of the earth and woo woo. You know, so it's just really amazing. So okay, oh my gosh, I got so much. Okay, so Angela, when you was talking about living your life. Okay, I think we all do this. We all live our life from how we perceive our perception of other people's perception of us. And that's how we live. And I think that's part of the human game, or the game here on Earth, because Earth is basically the big school to level up, you know. And I've heard it said recently, and I've said it recently, I ain't coming back, you know, but I don't think I'm gonna say yes again. However, we will see, because sometimes we choose to come back to help others level up as well too. And then as well, I think Grandmaster said this also, this is the only place that has pizza and ice cream. So sometimes you just gotta come back. You gotta get your ice cream and you gotta get your pizza. So right, because I do like both. I do like both. So that was really a amazing aha moment that you got to be able to see, to witness yourself, to literally witness a movie of yourself and sit with it without any judgment, but witnessing and listening with an open heart to receive and level up. You know, that was really beautiful and amazing. And then I was thinking about when Jesse was saying, Jesse and I, when we went live, we didn't say too much about what you were doing. And I want to share with everyone another reason as to why. Because one thing that Angela said, people's judgment and opinions is basically energy, because everything is energy, right? So that means that if we would have shared with you live what she was going through, your scarcity, your doubts, your fear would have impacted her healing, or could have, I'll say it that way, could have. But Jesse and I knew that we were not going to allow that. And I say we, but I'm meaning the guides. I'm meaning the invisible realm, you know. So that's why, because there were so many people that reached out to me directly, that said stuff in the chats and the different things. And we wanted the purpose that we have as a Trinity is so huge. Some of the things that we go through have to be protected. So us three can level up collectively together. So we can bring this content out to you. So that was why. And also, Angela, I commend you and I honor you for being open to this journey. And one thing that dropped into me too is that, and Halima said it too, it's a gift. And some people might disagree, but I don't care. COVID is a gift. If you allow it to, if you change your perspective and see it as that. And I know that some people have died from COVID, but guess what? They're not dead. Hello, we cannot die. We are energy. So it was a gift for you, Queen. It was truly a gift for you, because even when you were saying the silence, and for you to see that you in your mind, you were thinking, you were feeling that there can't be any point in silence. That I have to feel in words. I have to talk. I have to be the one to talk. And then you said I had to convince. Woo, that was deep. That was deep. So even in that, now you've learned that it's not my responsibility to be responsible for others. My responsibility is to level up and be a light. And the ones that will see, and they will see by my actions, not my words. So it was so much that you learned and that you became comfortable with that. Girl, where's my pen? What? Oh, drop it. Wait, one time. Right. And even sometimes it's funny too, guys, because we was in a meeting the other day and she was doing it. She was like, I've learned this too, boo. I've learned this, almost perfected this witnessing thing and not talking. And we was like, Angela, you ain't talking. She's like, hello. I don't suppose to. We was like, okay. So we're getting used to it as well too, because to her being all quiet and silence over there. What's wrong with you? Why aren't you talking? You know how the ego mind. I'll say that because even Angela was saying that who has she been talking to all this time when she thought she was silent? You were talking to your ego mind. You were talking to programming. You were talking to other people's limiting beliefs. You were talking to the generational habits and pain that was put on you when you were birthed through that vessel that you chose to come through. That's what was talking. So COVID, being the gift that is allowed you to tap into and swipe that stuff clean. So you not only were not silent in the physical realm, you were being silent in the invisible realm, and you broke and healed lineages of your family with you going through this gift of COVID. So I wanted to say that too, because it's deep. You was in the Himalayas with COVID. See how deep it was? And we constantly talk about going to the Himalayas. You was already there. You were already sitting with Grandmaster beside him there. So I think that's it for now. You know me. Jesse's over the groovy. Come on, unmute so we can dance to the music. Don't be trying to hold it to yourself.
I've been jamming it out. I've been jamming it out back here. Like the guys are like, it's okay, let's flow. And I'm like, all right, y'all flow over there. I'm just gonna dance it out. A little segue before we go back to Ange again. Oh man. Wow. Yeah. That generational crap, that's deep. It's always deep. It's deep because other people from our family came before us and they said no. Yeah, I'm sorry. What? You want me to what? So they were like, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm comfortable. I like this life that I'm living over here. You can just give that to somebody else and, skip it. So I'm glad that, wow, it's a lot. It's a lot. And it's your turn. I'm going to just enjoy the music in the background.
Wait. But what if I have nothing to say? Why is it my turn? I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But I do have something to say.
No, they did tell me you had something to say. You're cheating.
I am cheating.
I was like, do you forget who we got to talk to? You guys talk to our guys, so don't be trying to switch up.
I thought they was going to play on the joke with me, so what's up with that? You joke with me all the time. You couldn't come in? I mean, they couldn't just join in the joke and trip y'all up? Man. No, but anyway, it's all good. I want to thank you all. I want to thank you all for your insight and for listening to your guys, because yes, not inviting that energy in did help. And I just want to tell everybody also that I didn't look at any of the shows. I wasn't allowed to. Remember, I said I was only allowed to get yoga, and then only time look at what I was supposed to as far as my healing on this screen. Other than that, I was in pain if I did. If I go beyond what I'm supposed to do, I was in pain. So yeah, they made me listen. They made me get quiet in so many ways, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, and it's awesome, and I love it. And they left me with something. Even though I'm better, they left me with something. If I go left the center in any way, my senses are so sensitive that my right temple hurts. And I know I'm to stop. And then also to be obedient to myself. That's why you see me close my eyes a lot, because I'm gaining energy. I'm shutting off the screen for a second. And I know I'm going to have to take a nap after this, because I am. To feel myself 100%. So thank you all for doing that, because the one thing that we don't understand is that what we have inside of us, and this is everybody, this is not just me, this is all of us. So, my sisters, please listen. We have the energy within us to create worlds. All right, sit with that for a minute. We have the energy within us to create worlds. You are strong. You are powerful. You're divine. That has been said so many times on this show. We have the energy within us to create worlds. So stop trying to justify who you are. Know your goodness. Know your worth. Know your value. And act like it. That's what I had to say. I'm complete.
I'm going to repeat some of the stuff that you said because Tanya said it was kind of hard for her to hear you, Angela. You want to say it again? Will you say it again? I will say.
I'm happy that I get to say it again. That makes me stronger. Can everyone hear me? I've been working on my sound on my computer, so I'm hoping that I get it through this week. I was letting everyone know that the message that that the divine wants to give to you is that we have the energy within ourselves to create worlds. Sit with that. All right? The divine wants you to sit with that and recognize who you are. So stop trying to get justification from everybody else to tell you who you are. It's in you. The seed of perfect development is within you. You are perfection already. We're just waking up to it. So the message I was given today was know your worth. Know who you are. Value. Know your value. Know your value. I'm complete again.
It makes me think of one of Tony Jones's song, and Tony rocks. I love her gift of what she went through, because out of that gift it birthed what she has now. And she was in a mental hospital, guys, if you didn't know that. So she got some stuff, okay? So you are worthy when you cry. You are worthy when you fall down. You are worthy when you're in the kitchen. You are worthy at the gas station. You are worthy when you feel that you're not. You still are. No matter what you're doing, you are always worthy. Always worthy. So yes, tap into that inside, as the guys were sharing through Angela. We forget. We have forgotten. But guess what? You have another second to remember again. So seize that moment and live in the moment. And in that moment, search for who you are. Search for your royalty, your authenticity. You are one of a kind. That means you are priceless. You are priceless. And don't allow anything from outside of your body and or inside your body, because we are our worst critic. We are our worst bully. Our words. So fix that self-talk. And Master Shri Krishna shared this with us. Stop saying I need to. Say I get to. Just that one switch will change your perspective, and it'll be on fire. I get to go to work. I get to cook breakfast for my husband. I get to have a goddess bath. Watch out now. I get to buy that new vibrator. Hello. I get to go talk to my neighbors. I get to walk my dog. I get to get me some false eyelashes. Watch out. Whatever. I get to wear red lipstick like Jessie. But I'm not saying like her. I'm saying because she is right now, and I saw them lips, so I had to say it. So yeah, switch that up. From instead of saying, do a word remix. So instead of saying I need to, say I get to. All right, next tag team.
First of all, fire! Get the fire extinguisher, because we are burning. And what, oh my God, first, I love that you pointed out my red lipstick, because I wanted to bring that out. The guys, they're like, great. So I wanted to bring that up for the longest. One is I love red. Like, I've always loved red on my lips. But when I was working in the corporate field, I only used to wear red lipstick on Fridays. Every other day, I used to just leave it alone. Like, I used to just wear pink or nudes. That's it. So on Fridays, all the customers that were coming to the bank, they were like, oh, must be Friday, because Jessie has her red lipstick on. And the reason why I only wear it on red was because of the stigma that red has. In the lipstick world and in the slutty world, because people socialize the red with being, a woman from the street, or being whatever you want to name it, whatever names you want to give it to. So I asked, I was like, wait a minute, hold on. I always loved red. But not only did I love it, it's my signature lipstick. Like, even my best friend, we haven't spoken for a long time. When I saw her for the first time, she was like, I missed the red lipstick on you. She's like, that's the one thing I can count on, that it's always you. Like, you have never changed anything. You changed so many characteristics about yourself, but the red lipstick has never been changed. You all, either red lipstick, red nails, red toes. Those are my pick me up. Like, if I'm feeling some type of way and I need to like quickly reset my energy, I go and put on my red lipstick or my red nails or something red that's going to give me the love and all. But it's always been like that. Even, is it loud over there? Because it's really loud here. No? Okay. The fact that I had to go into, like, you know how Angela was saying at the beginning, it's getting to know you. And this is like me before shadow work, me before anything. I just used to wear it on Fridays because of what people used to say. But after I did my shadow work, I was like, well, red lipstick all the time, boo. It's Friday every single day in my mouth. So, wow, that somebody took me to a place. Thanks, Dee. Thanks, you and your guides over there taking me to it took me into like in and out of that. What? Friday at the bank. One of the girls that I used to work at the bank, it's a short story for you guys, girls. So one of the girls that I used to work at the bank, she reached out to me not too long ago, and she said, hey, I had a customer ask me for you the other day. It was weird. It wasn't a Friday. He said that, hey, where's the girl? What's the girl with the big hair? So this was me, the girl with the big curly hair and red lipstick. So if I wasn't there, this is how they described me to everybody. If they didn't know me by name, but most of my customers knew me by name. But the randoms that used to come every so often, or he probably was away because of COVID for like 6-7 months, a year, 2 years, who knows? He hasn't seen me. Now he comes to the bank and he's like, wait, what? I'm sorry, you lost who? She was like, oh, he was so upset. So upset. I was thinking, what did you tell him? She was like, I told him that you weren't here anymore. And he was like, she must have gone to a better place because she loved you guys here. Because I had my team. I have my team of tellers that, they were with me for a long time. And even the new people, once I used to get somebody new, I used to be like, hey, such and such, this is, Justin, this is Justin. If I'm not here and Justin needs to take care of you, you let me know, whatever the case may be. And they knew my staff by name because I would introduce them to my thing. On Christmas time, the whole back room was full of gifts or food that the customer will send. Jessie, thank you. Team Jessie, thank you. Team Jessie, thank you. It was like they will call me, hey, so Jess, I have pizza that I want to send you for you and your team. What day do you want me to send it on? Yeah, that's the kind of vibe that's the kind of vibe I'm used to. And it's not because of my lipstick, it's my personality. Take it away, girls.
Okay, you got me over here almost crying. It's my personality. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, Bob, Tanya, and Halima's like, what? Y'all got a toy? What? So, okay, girls, I put the link in the chat. Um, because if you didn't know, okay, so, okay, quickly, I'll be quick because let me see what time it is. Okay, it's 12:58, so I got to be very quick. We are energy, right? And we know that the first, or if you didn't know, because I need to stop saying that. I don't want to assume that you know something. That's disrespectful and it's judgmental. Okay, so straight up, I'm gonna say that right now. Okay, so if you didn't know, we are energy, and there's 7 main chakras. That we experience. That experience emotions as well as they're attached to glands as well as organs. Okay, so the first 3, the bottom one is the root. The next one is the sacral, and the third one is the solar plexus. So those 3 are the main ones that we really experience here on Earth. How you feel, how you other people see you, how you love is, all this stuff, right? So, and like what the guy said through Angela, that we have the ability to create worlds. So within that means it's energy. So it's really important. And Halima said 9 chakras. Well, there's a lot more, but I wasn't going to go there, Halima. But basic. Because really there's 108. But we won't go there. Okay, so, well, no, it's 108, 112. But anyway, sorry. Okay, I'm regressing. Sorry, I do that sometimes. So basically what I'm saying is that we mentioned toys, and because part of masturbating and or having an orgasm, you have the opportunity to go to another dimension and realm and a higher place of energy. So when us as women on this planet, the stigma, especially now, well, not right now because we're changing to more a age of Aquarius where it's more feminine, but the male, it was a stigma for women to enjoy sex or to have more sexual partners or there's different religions that say that masturbation is not good and stuff like that. However, we need to really harness that energy. You can do so much with an orgasm, with the sexual, with the 3 first chakras, energy, So and honestly, if you don't realize it, me personally, I go with me. I was having the worst time here on this planet when I was not having an orgasm. Because remember, when you have an orgasm, there's so many different chemicals that your brain releases. You have bliss, you have euphoria, you can manifest like crazy. You can also have downloads like crazy. You are connected. You are the closest that you could be to source when you are having an orgasm. And don't have someone else that also is spiritual, and when you are with that other person, both of your heart chakras are together. That's 10x. So that's why we talk about this, because we want to educate you, and then you make the choice if you want to do it. But at least now you know. Before, you possibly didn't know that you didn't know. Now you know. Do your research on it and see if it's something that you want to get into and harness. So I wanted to say that. And we're going to have more conversations about sex magic, as Tanya just put in the chat, because there's a lot. There's a lot. So I love you all so much. Okay, who's next? Or let me see, time check. It is 101. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, yeah, I have been learning. That's part of my learning and journey. Just taking my energy center and knowing how much I have to release from there. All right, because we have those experiences that Dee was speaking about. They're all the experiences, so we hold it there. Anybody that has like that tire around the belly, that gut they've been trying to get rid of and wonder why it's so hard, let's break that. Let's break what everybody always says about women. Oh, it's hard for women to. We just have a lot of energy that we have stored up in there that we have to cleanse out. So do your shadow work. You want your stomach to get smaller, women? My girls, my sisters, do some shadow work. Also get some crunches in it, Y4M yoga, but do some shadow work. I want to tell you that I started Y4M yoga last year and learning how to control and cleanse out those energies. I lost 50 pounds. All right. So do that. Do that. Still got a ways to go. I got about 50 more to go, but do that. All right. Because it's in clearing out those energies. You're making yourself feel better. You're getting all of that cleansed out. All right. It's all those trapped energies that we have in there that's keeping it, because that's our energy center. The most energy we have is there. And that's why. So when we're experiencing things, it goes there. And think about it, the power of our energy center. We have babies. We have babies. You know how much energy it is to make a child and bring in a creation into this world? That's the power that we have. All right. So when you're connecting it, and I've been manifesting a lot in this past week, connecting through my sexual power. And I know we're going to have the show. I'm not going to go deep in it, but I cannot wait to share. And I see Jessie. I think she's about to flip a card for us so we can bring this to a close, but we're going deep. We're going to go deep in this in another show. Jess, you about to flip a card for us? She got that I'm going to flip the card face.
I already pulled it for us, but yes. I'm gonna take on some of this reggaeton energy so that I can transmute this energy back to you. Poof. So yeah, you know, the big surprise, another surprise from the guys. We will be doing some sexual work with Feminine Flame. I know the ladies do not know this. This is a surprise to them because, you know, it is. We've been doing this work for a little bit. And the reason why we've been doing some back end little work, hey, can we try this? Can we do this? Is for this reason. So we can speak on it and we can speak to women that are in this situation like we were at one point of our life. You know, who do we listen to? You know, there's so many people saying, don't use your energy, don't use your sexual energy. That is not, don't do it. One of my missions in this planet, it is to have women or men find the orgasmic energy, you know? Find the orgasmic energy that we have. Yes, there is such a thing. There is such a thing. I have experienced it a lot of time, actually all the time now. Prior to me, before I did not know it. But you know, I had to get a little serious. But prior to my awakening, I did not know what an orgasmic energy was. I knew what an orgasm was, and I experienced orgasm plenty of time. But orgasmic energy that your whole body is vibrating, no. So yeah, so we'll have that for you in the coming soon edition of Feminine Flame. So the card that I pulled today is the end of a tough cycle is approaching. Oh my God, I am in thingy mode. I will post a picture of it. Now I have a good phone to post pictures of it. It's a full moon in Capricorn. So yeah, how hard are you willing to work for what you want? How hard are you willing to work? And this is something that is funny because when I was taking a shower to come into the show, I said, wait, my guys were like, yeah, so did you know that millionaires work, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, wait, hold on. You're going too fast. I'm just taking a shower to get ready for the show. And they're like, yeah, but it's okay. So it's going to be okay for later. So I'm like, okay, all right. So we're going to go really fast. I'm going to go rift really fast because we have an NFT meeting with one of our brothers. Thank you so much. We will bring in to everything, but how hard are you willing to work for what you deserve and what you want in this physical world? That's a question for you for today. How hard are you willing to go? You know, the first few hours or few whatever, it's going to be hard like that. But once you get all of this into autopilot, you're not going to have to work all this much. You know, it's only going to be like this until you find that thing that's going to take you to the next level, right? This card is reminding you that effort is required. So we need to, like, come on now, we got to put the effort in. We got to put the effort in. We got to put the effort in. Just saying, hey, I'm going to do it and not showing up and not putting the effort is not going to do anything for us. It's not going to do anything. Work issues may be about to come to a head when this card comes up. If you are wondering if you should stay in your job or leave, this card can be a strong sign that to make the exit. So this is actually a really good day because today is the 24th and the energies are a little calm, up and down, calm, up and down, calm, up and down, but it's a good day. The end of a rough time is forecasted for all of us. This card also asks you to consider how ambitious you are and whatever you are putting, are putting your energy into. Professional dreams coming true. Ow. with love questions, whatever situation you're asking about, make a plan. Make a plan. If your personal life is troubled, prioritize it more. Prioritize you, like the Queen said this morning, earlier on. And if you're just joining in right now because, hey, the girls are on, let me go on right now, then go to the very beginning of it, because Willow just gave us that we need to prioritize who we are, who we truly are, not who other people are telling us that. Because at the deep roots, when we really break it down into pieces of paper, we draw it down. Did we learn that? Was that really for me? Am I really channeling this from me? Is this coming from my inner me? Is this coming from my divine me? Or is this coming that I need to, like, burn it into a ritual of, like, this is like, what? Who is saying all of this craziness? And if it's craziness, then you know what, boo? Let's rip the page. Let's fold it out. And let it burn, because it's coming. Let it burn. And this is who we are. This is what we do. We'll see you tomorrow. There is probably no words of last minute because we are running on time before I turn on my alarm back here. We love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.
Bye, everyone.
Take care. See you tomorrow.
Mwah.
Peace.